You know, it's not what they tell us. They have us believing in, you know, they always talk about the binary. They always talk about the binary, but they only make it sexual or gender or whatever. But the real binary is that fake political binary where you're either a Republican or a Democrat. But the real truth is hardly anybody's either of those things. These two radical groups that are so much alike about censorship and about illiberal, not freedom. They're both fascists. They're both book burners, and they have marginalized the vast middle, and that really makes me upset because the vast middle is where the power and the brains and the everything is that makes everything go.
There had to have been, so even as they picked up your 10th season,
and they called every day. Every day they monitored my Twitter.
Yeah, they must have been worried because you represent everything they hate.
Yeah, I do. They monitored my Twitter every day, and they'd call and say, could you remove that? And I did, because I was, you know, wanting to do what they wanted.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes I was mad because they wanted me to take down when that hog kid was doing I felt it was a Nazi salute because he had a black armband on. He was going like this.
David Hogg.
Yeah. And I said, that's a mistake. That's a bad historic mistake. And they called me, asked me to take that down. And I was like, okay, I'll take it down. And I did. And they asked me to take a million things like that down. And so I felt like, well, they were violating my freedom of speech, that I couldn't even say that I objected to anything any Democrat did. So it's like, come full circle, it was, you know, it was the government calling up a network and demanding that they remove somebody they didn't like. Because remember the movie I was referring to, at the end of that movie, the Statue of Liberty is broken on the beach. It was the end of America. That movie was like how America was destroyed, and that was my point. Any deviation from their narrative is a racist or a whatever, you know, transphobe, homophobe, racist. Any deviation from their fascist boot in your face makes you a racist.